My wife broke down sobbing when she found my secret $47,000 escape fund. Look, my wife is perfect, like actually perfect. She makes mid-six figures as a senior engineer, insists I stay home, and literally showers me with gifts every time she gets a bonus because she says being a stay-at-home husband is the hardest job in the world. We're child-free by choice, and honestly, I thought I had it made. But when we got married 5 years ago, my mom pulled me aside at the reception. I remember exactly what she said because it felt so serious. Listen to me. Always keep escape money. Doesn't matter how good she seems. You never know what people become. She made it sound so logical, so necessary. Like not having it would be stupid. So I started hiding $750 a month in a separate account my wife didn't know about. We were comfortable. She never looked at the detailed statements. It felt harmless. Then 2 years ago, everything changed overnight. My wife got hurt at work in this freak accident. A loading dock collapse. She nearly died. They said if the beam had hit 6 inches to the left, she wouldn't have made it. She survived, but has permanent nerve damage in her left leg. Walking hurts her every single day now. The hospital bills were insane. We're talking $180,000 after insurance. Then we tried suing the company for negligence, spent $40,000 on lawyers, and lost. That lawsuit destroyed what was left of our savings. We had to sell everything. Her dream car, this vintage Mustang she'd been restoring for 3 years, gone. Her motorcycle that took her 20 years to save up for and buy outright, sold for half what it was worth. Watching her sign those titles over, seeing her face, I'll never forget it. I took a part-time job at a hardware store while she recovered. Made about $1,800 a month. It helped, but barely covered groceries. When she finally healed enough to work again, she insisted I quit. Said it was her role to provide, that she needed me home managing everything else because her body couldn't handle the extra stress. Now she works 2 full-time jobs. Her main engineering position from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then she does remote consulting from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. On weekends, she picks up shifts doing nails at her friend's salon because she got licensed years ago as a hobby. She makes decent money, but nothing like before. I kept putting money in my secret account. Dropped it from $750 to $200 a month because I knew things were tight, but I still did it. My mom's voice kept echoing in my head. You never know what people become. Last Tuesday, my wife came home at 11:30 p.m. and just collapsed on the couch, still in her work clothes. She looked at me with these exhausted eyes and said, "We need to talk about downsizing. This schedule is going to kill me. I can feel it." I immediately said no. I'd spent years making our house perfect. The garden, the renovations, the home office I built. I offered to go back to work instead. She tried to be nice about it, but basically told me that my $15 an hour wouldn't even make a dent. That hurt. We got into this argument about money and respect and what marriage meant. Finally, she grabbed her laptop and said, "Fine, let's go through everything and see where we can actually cut back." She opened our account statements, started going line by line. Then she stopped, stared at the screen. What are these withdrawals? Same amount every month. Going back, she scrolled. This goes back to when we got married. My stomach dropped. I'd completely forgotten they'd show up like that. I tried playing it off, said it was for house maintenance, but she pulled up 5 years of statements. Same amount every single month. She's an engineer. She knows patterns. Where's this money going? I couldn't lie anymore. I broke down and told her everything. The escape fund. My mom's advice. The $47,000 sitting in an account she didn't know existed. The look on her face. I've never seen anything like it. She wasn't angry. She just looked confused at first, like she couldn't process what I was saying. Then her breathing got weird, shallow and fast. Then she started crying. Not angry crying. This deep, broken sobbing that shook her whole body. She put her head in her hands and just kept saying, "How could you? How could you?" I tried explaining it wasn't personal, that I would have done this with anyone, that it was just a precaution. She looked up at me with tears streaming down her face. I sold everything I owned. I work myself to death every single day. And you were sitting on $47,000 planning your escape? You treated me like I was dangerous, like I was going to turn into some monster. Even when I had nothing left to give you, you were preparing to abandon me. She packed a bag right there, called her brother to pick her up. Before she left, she turned around and said, "You didn't just hide money from me. You hid your trust. You hid your faith in us. That's what hurts. You never really believed in me." She's been at her brother's place for 3 days now. Won't answer my calls. Her brother sent me one text. She's devastated. Give her space. I called my mom to tell her what happened. You know what she said? "Good. This is exactly what that money is for. Take it and get out now while you can. She's going to use this against you forever." But sitting here in this house alone, looking at all the things my wife sacrificed for us, I don't know anymore.